So your key roadmap should be a snapshot in time, right? It should be where you actually are. And it should identify all the targets. And so we define a target as anybody impacted by the change, have to change their logistics, economics, politics, behavior in any way. Those are all targets of change. Some are going to be really directly impacted, some are going to be indirectly impacted. So when you're key role mapping, the most important first step in key role mapping is identifying where all the targets are, okay? So always have them generate a list of everybody impacted by the change. Just brainstorm that list, everybody impacted by the change, and then build your key role map up from that. Most groups will want to say, I know where the sponsors are, and they'll start at the top. And that's absolutely not the way to key role map. Okay, so I want you to picture this, even if this is the actual way I do it, but I want you to picture this. Take a Post-it note for every target group. That means every distinct work group, every individual manager. Take a Post-it note for every target group. You got a stack of Post-it notes like this, right? There's my key role map. Take those target groups who are the lowest hierarchically, arrange them in work families across the bottom of the wall. Then start to build your management levels up this way. Number one, you'll be much more rigorous. Number two, you'll look for opportunities for intersection, that is, points of sponsorship much lower in the organization. And you'll also find people that were impacted by the change you didn't know were impacted by the change. So every resource you require is a target group. So if you need IT, they're a target group. If you need HR, they're a target group. If you need legal, they're a target group. So all those people have to be involved. So every time we see a target group, ultimately we know what else has to be in there. A sponsor, there has to be sponsorship there. Now, I will always ask when I do that in class, I want you just to, for each target group, rate your perceived level of disruption for that target group as either low, medium, or high. Why am I doing that? Well, I was trying to get an idea of the disruption, but more importantly, if I know I've got a group of targets who are going to be significantly impacted by the change, significantly disrupted, a high level disruption, okay? AIM is a system. So high level disruption means what? Higher level of resistance. Great, but don't stop there. What does it mean about the quality of sponsorship I need in that organization? I got to have much stronger sponsorship in that organization because of the level of disruption. What does it mean about the skill level of the change agents I go in there with? This has got to be my highly skilled change agents have got to go in there. It means my communication is going to have to be stronger and more precise. It means my reinforcement is going to have to be stronger. So that, which seems like a really simple exercise, is going to indicate to me, how much I'm going to have to do to create readiness in that particular area. Now, so that's the way I build it in my head. And I always start at the bottom. See, my experience with groups, two things, and I'm going to be very candid about this. If a group doesn't have the energy to key role map in your class, they don't have the energy to implement. If they are unwilling to put in that level of discipline, even for an hour and a half in a class, they have no way to put discipline in over the full run of an implementation. So I always look in the class symptomatically who has the discipline to key role map. And I know and we've seen this in classes in this organization, right? People, they got Post-it notes and they got the walls covered with paper and they're posting stuff. I know they at least have a chance. But I know if there's some, oh, well, let's just lump them all together and go with 2 sponsors, 3 targets. And that's not the way. Your organization is too complex for that. So the more complex your organization, the higher the need to key role map. The more complex the change, the higher the need to key role map. So I would have a generic key role map for the portfolio. I would have specific key role maps for every project and specific key role maps for every program as well. So they all link together.